Well, good evening everybody. Once again, Sunday evening, and time has come around so quickly. I can see there are 20 people watching online, so that's great. Now, I had some technical problems on Friday with my choir practice. However, I hope that's sorted out now. So here we got some hymns this evening. Now, I know I've done Come Thou Fount of Every Blessing before, but I did it to the Normandy tune. This evening I'm going to do it to the Nettleton tune. I haven't I play hymns for you on Sundays and Thursdays, and I do choir practice on Friday night. We've continued to do choir practice during the lockdown. We didn't do anything in August, but we restarted just last Friday with an actual attempt at sort of rehearsal and get to learn some new music, some new pieces. The week prior to that, we had a Zoom meeting where we were able to talk to each other, and I was able to talk to the choir and suggest what might happen. So getting new music sometimes is because I can't physically sort of hand it out or send it out, it's going to cost a fortune and all the rest of it. So I came across this arrangement. I think it might have been a suggestion for one of our local preachers, Linda Baines from the Truro Circuit, who's an alto in our choir at TMC, along with being steward, or even senior steward now, has made some lovely suggestions, and I came across this from a company which we use. The company are very kind that we can download the music, so there's no shipping or anything like that, and they very kindly allow me to, I have their permission so that I can actually email it out to members of the choir. And so this is a new piece that we've started, and a lot of choir members are saying, where on earth have we heard that tune before? Well, it is in Singing the Faith, and of course we never used it in hymns and psalms, but we used it in Singing the Faith the other day. Anyway, that's enough talking from me. Nettleton to Come Thou Fount of Every Blessing. I see the verse 2 has changed. Here I find my greatest treasure, instead of here I raise my Ebenezer, which always used to amuse me as a kiddie. If it's a tune that you've not come across before, can I recommend it to you? You do have to be careful. I can imagine with the choir and making sure in that particular setting of those words you don't make up other words. Come thou fount of every blessing, come thou fount of... I have to be careful where you put the T's in or you get some strange words coming out. One of my pet little things as members of TMC choir will tell you. Fight the good fight. I haven't played this tune before, I feel sure. Ages since I've played Duke Street. But sometimes life does seem a bit of a just a bit of a fight, doesn't it? Trying to keep on top of everything. Make sure I got this sorted out. You may have noticed I didn't have any stops selected on the top keyboard when I started out. I hadn't set things up properly. We'll try not to let that happen this time. And we want that, and we want that. And we probably... yes. So, fight the good fight with all thy might. Faint not, nor fear. His arm is near. He changes not, and thou art dear. Only believe, and thou shalt see that Christ is all in all to thee. So, from a nice strong tune, a word perhaps I haven't used for a day or two, to another lovely Welsh tune, Rutland, Sector 712, God of grace and God of glory, on thy people pour thy power. a Welsh traditional melody as harmonised in the English hymnal, 1906. Vaughan Williams, great composer. Now thinking yes, that's quite right. Yes, he had a hand in actually a lot of what was sorted tune-wise for the English hymnal, so he may well have had a hand in this. But it's a great Welsh tune. Great words written in, well, between the years of 1878 and 1969. That second verse, rich in things and poor in soul. So much in it of today's society, got to have everything, got to have the latest. Everything is the throwaway kind of society. Once upon a time, you would save up and buy an expensive lawnmower, for example, and it would last you a lifetime. Now, after 3 years, when it's rusted out, you can go down the supermarket and buy another one. There we are. So, moving on to 675. Have faith in God, my heart, trust and be unafraid. It's difficult sometimes, isn't it, to do that? Just trying to sit back and just trust. It is difficult, but it can be done. So here we go with that's what I want. Have faith in God, my heart. Completely different kind of style of tune and words. particularly lovely words and I think a particularly lovely tune, Redemptor, by John Wilson, who did, I've said before, so much for the Methodist hymns and psalms rather. And to another hymn, which once again is only a 4-liner, nothing too long in terms of verses tonight, but once again I think the words by John Greenleaf Whittier are quite wonderful, and to tune Stracathro by Hutchison, and I'm thinking this is a Scottish tune, but I could well be wrong. Somebody will probably tell me, yes, you're completely wrong, Phil. It's not at all. Immortal Love, Forever Free. So we come all too quickly this evening, it seems. They haven't been quite such long hymns, have they? So, coming to our last hymn. But before all that, I think it would be a shame if I didn't embarrass Elizabeth down the road from me, because it's her birthday today. Elizabeth and I grew up together and went to school together, and she trained to be a teacher and I trained to be a teacher. And another teacher's birthday today, Charlotte Banks, one of our church members, who plays in the band for 922, who's been a member of a choir which Celtic Voices, which I played for. So and there's probably some other birthdays I've missed. I know some came up on my timeline today, but I wasn't entirely sure if you'd know them. So anyway, but there we go. Somebody I taught, I think. So, a happy birthday. When I started playing happy birthdays and things, I thought it'd be nice to do some variations, and I have actually bought a book of variations. I've played 2, I think, so far, and I've got the others to learn, so I must do that. I've got no excuse, have I? I've got this wonderful setup here. So next Sunday, I think, will be the first of our Harvest Festival specials. I've got a great list of hymns which are drawn up. I've had some requests which have come in, and of course, understandably, those which have come in have been requested a couple of times, and there's those great favourites, plus some of the older ones, and one I didn't actually vaguely remember, but anyway, so I will post those all in due course. So let's go for next Sunday being our first of our Harvest Festival series. Some of you know I like to get involved in on the farm. I've a lifelong friend in Richard Tinney, who I've mentioned before, and for him the harvest is in. He finished on Friday, I think it was Thursday or Friday, got it all sorted, and everything's stored away, and gear is back and away, and it's gone relatively smoothly. You can never be too sure how things are going to go with machinery that, you know, sits around for 10 months of the year and doesn't do anything, and then it's flat out for, you know, during a couple of months, not necessarily on a regular basis. But anyway, he's settled and sorted, so I'm pleased about that. Also very pleased, some of you, to be able to tell you that Hilary Keem, who we've been thinking about over the last little while, I mentioned her from time to time, and she was taken into hospital on Thursday with a broken hip. She hadn't done anything, but with her having had some radiotherapy, I think, for cancer treatment, probably weakened her bones and broke her hip, so that's not so good. Anyway, she had an operation yesterday about 11, and back on the ward by sometime after 3, so delighted to know that she had come through the operation. She is very tough lady. Those of you that know Hilary know what I mean. I mean that in the nicest possible way. She's there's a lot of time for her, and it's been a joy to spend time with her organ playing. As you know, I've described her as by an itinerant organist, and she's played lots of places. So please continue to pray for her on her road to recovery, as it were, at this time, and that she's out of hospital before too long, can be back at Shorelands at Probus with Dennis and with Debbie and Peter and Jonathan. Debbie Debbie Coates. She was Debbie Keane. Debbie Coates is home at this time. I come home especially to see Mum, not knowing that she wasn't well, and had almost a sort of dispensation to be able to come across. I think I'm right in saying that. And of course, now with the COVID situation, her flight back has been cancelled, so she is stuck here at this moment in time. So please think of Debbie as well. So it's good that she can be here, but obviously she misses her family at home. She has 2 children, school age, and a husband. So there we are. So please bear the Keanes in your prayers. But I'm pleased that things went smoothly yesterday and Hilary was back on the ward. Difficult time for her and the family. So please remember her in your prayers. I'm going to finish this. In fact, on Thursday evening, I'm hoping to play some hymns with Hilary in mind. I'm going to see if I can get some of her favourites. We always used to smile. Hilary would always play the hymns from a Methodist hymn book, the settings of the tunes there, and she knew what she liked, and she knew the tunes and the way in which they thought they should go, and far be it for me to dissuade her or suggest otherwise. But so we'll try and do some of Hilary's hymns on Thursday evening. At least that's my plan. So, Jesus, thy wandering sheep behold, see, Lord, with tenderest pity see the sheep that cannot find the fold till sought and gathered in by thee. Lost are they now and scattered wide. I've been thinking across the day too that the people in all the parts of the world give the pure word of general grace, and great shall be the preacher's crowd. Well, the crowd is big, isn't it? We've had people watching our services from all over the world from our live broadcast, and people look at these hymns from different parts of the country and even different parts of the world. So truly it is, as Wesley said, the world is my parish. So there we go. Jesus, thy wandering sheep behold. That's a tune I've always loved, to those wonderful words by Charles Wesley. So lots to think on, lots to think about. We get back to starting to open a church at TMC this week with a communion service, especially put together with COVID in mind, that we're not allowed to sing still. Everything has to be done, everybody has to wear masks and so on, but it'll be the first time that we've had people back into the building, just 30 or 35 or so, and we won't be able to meet or greet each other in the church. I suppose we can do that in the car park outside if we feel so moved. So things are beginning to change just a little bit, but who knows what's going to happen. To go back to the words of that hymn, have faith in God, my heart trust and be unafraid. God's mercy holds a wiser plan than you can fully know. I wouldn't have thought at Christmas, when we got to February time and the rest of it, that I would be away from my beloved pipe organ at Truro Methodist and the choir and the folks and the people and all the rest of it. We'd have to do things differently, but we do, and we're making the best of what we can. But we're told the best is yet to come, so let's look forward to that. So thank you for your company, thank you for listening, and I'll bid you good night, and always keep safe, continue doing what you're doing, and God bless.